Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Mourinho Challenge, and we are still at Barcelona, of course, as things are going fantastically well. We're going to be taking on Villarreal in the Spanish Cup final, so before we get there, let's take a look at how we actually made it to this cup final. So it was a simple and confident victory in the Spanish Cup third round against Lleida. Hannibal scoring from the spot, and we did get our second in the first half. We did end up having a player sent off late on in the game, but it wasn't anything to worry about. We dominated from the start, and Parada was kind of able to wrap things up in the first half an hour. And going into the fourth round, we went into our stride a little bit better and quicker this time. Parada scoring in the first half to really get us going from a free kick. And then in the second half, it just really kicked off. Boys working it around nicely for Bellingham to slot it past the keeper for 2-0 just after the kickoff of the second half. Then a third and fourth came in quick succession. Parada smashing it off the bar. Antiste not quite able to get a second shot in, but his ball across the box did end up at Parada's feet again to tap it home. And then almost instantly after that, a minute later, we were able to come forward once again to get a fourth goal of the game. Razul with a ball over the top for Parada, who, as we know, doesn't make a mistake in front of goal, other than just a moment ago when he smashed it off the bar. But we don't talk about that. Number 5 came in the 70th or 69th minute, laid back to Pedri, who worked it out wide again to Razul, who's not often seen out wide, but Bellingham was able to get the header for 5-0. There was a bit of an interesting one in the quarterfinal against Alcorcon. Something like that. But we did end up winning the game 6-2, and all the action was really in the first half. Jackson getting one early on, and then about 10 minutes later, we were able to get a second to kind of comfortably move into the latter stages of the game. Weber smashing it in at the near post with a well-worked kind of counter-attacking move. A third came then in the 19th minute, again 10 minutes later. Some nice intervals here of periods of time before a goal. Weber whipping it across. Parada again makes no mistakes at the near post to make it 3. Number 4 did come as well, working from the back. Razul out wide to Jackson, who was able to bomb forward like he always does on the left-hand side coming back from injury, and Parada was able to smash it past the keeper for our 4th in the game in the first 25 minutes as well. They did manage to get one back, which probably gave him a bit of hope considering how things were going. They didn't have much in the whole game. Svensson able to tuck that one away from the edge of the box. Probably should have dealt with that better. Before the second half, though, we did manage to get that 4-goal lead once again, with Bellingham and Jackson linking up on this left-hand side to get that ball into the box where Weber was able to head past the keeper. Second half, though, they did get another goal. Well, it was level in the second half, really. Them scoring first this time, coming down this left-hand side. Moyano playing in to Powell, who was able to smash it top bins. But late on in the game, we kind of wrapped things up. There was no real concerns throughout the game. And finally, we did get our 6th with a poor clearance, which fell to Araujo. Hannibal was able to find Odegaard, who's a new player that you'll see we have signed. And then Parada smashed it in. So the semi-final first leg started off just how we wanted. First 5 minutes getting a goal and taking control of the game. Weber playing it back for Pedri to finish there. But it didn't quite all go to plan. Las Palmas was able to level things up in the 93rd minute to bring the game back in for the second leg. They didn't they weren't completely down and out as Alonso smashed that one in for 1-1. We did turn things up, though, in the second leg. A 5-0 victory here. It was very, very comfortable in the end. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Weber with the first one on the 32-minute mark. It did take us half an hour to break him down, but at home, there was no real issues. Parada then scored from the penalty spot just before half-time to double our lead and give us a comfortable 2-goal advantage. Going into the second half, 53 minutes in, we were able to get our third. Bellingham driving through on goal, laying it back to Parada. An unselfish pass, which was perfectly timed, and he was able to slot it into effectively an open net. Number 4 then came. It was cleared initially from the free kick by Pedri. His second chance at delivering did find Weber, though, and he was able to tuck it into the left-hand side. And then finally, number 5 to get us through to the final. Rodrigo playing it to Pedri, who found a beautifully weighted long ball over the top to Parada, who took it round the keeper and sunk it for 5, 6-1 on aggregate. So yeah, there you go. That's how we got here. We're also in the semi-finals of the Champions League, where we will be taking on Arsenal. So that's good to see. We've knocked out the likes of Inter, Man City as well, and it's all been quite comfortable. I have to say, we've done very, very well. We have recently lost to Real Sociedad in the league. That we had rotated the squad quite a lot, so no real surprises there. As this is our last season, I haven't really worried about any of the contracts. So there are a few players that will be leaving the club. Araujo being one to Milan, and Brandon Williams to Bayer Leverkusen at the end of the season. But I mean, we've got them for now. That's all we need. We're going to have to move on at the end of the season anyway as part of the rule set. Transfers-wise, though, we did bring in Martin Odegaard. He has come in from Arsenal. So the team will be playing in the Champions League semi-final. He still looks very, very good, even at 35 years old. And I thought he's just a good backup for a centre midfielder or attacking midfielder. Can even play up front or out wide if needed. So we've got plenty of cover with him in the side. And the experience of being 35, having 115 caps for Norway, not going to complain about that at all. But with that said, let's jump into this Spanish Cup final. Let's add another trophy to our haul this season and see where we can go with it. I think we will probably just stick with what we've got on the pitch at the moment. Bellingham suspended. Parada is out injured, and it is out for 3 to 4 months, meaning he will probably miss the rest. Well, he will miss the rest of this season. League-wise, not too concerned. I think we've got enough to get us through to win the league. Champions League, and today, little bit worried. Gianni Santiso, we've had him before. He's been fantastic. Hopefully, he can be the man we need here. And Weber and Kjærgaard, just a bit jaded and a bit injured. So I'd just leave him out today. There's no point bringing him. Actually, we'll bring Kjærgaard and Weber because we can, but they probably won't play. To be quite honest. We've got Hohenhorn in goal though, Rodrigo, Araujo, Elkjær and Sangos at the back. Vencedor will play in the centre midfield box-to-box role with Hannibal on the right, Jackson on the left, Odegaard and Pedri in the middle, and then Antiste up top, of course. Banging in the goals, hopefully, for us in this cup final. Let's get it going and jump straight into it. As it is on TV, of course. We are classed as the home team, even though I don't actually know where this is being held. But hey, we are absolutely flying now with this save. The formations seem to be working now. We're at a club that was really, really good. We've got the Champions League and the league to all win this season. Now, my only thing is, we classed the Club World Cup, as this last season. So do we do that again here? So we can stay until the Club World Cup if we do win the Champions League and qualify for it? Or is it a case that, no, we have to go before then? I think it's fair if we stay, considering it is seen as still in that season. We wouldn't be starting the new season in the league and the general consensus. So I think we'll be able to stay if we do get there. But we've got to get there first. And Villarreal are putting up a right old fight at the start of this game as the ball's played through and Sarr strikes. It is wide of the target for that one. But not a bad effort. We'll have to keep on our toes. 10 minutes in. They've already caused us a bit of a problem. Hopefully that won't last as we can try and get hold of the game a bit more. But they're coming forward again. Aguibo coming down this right-hand side, looking to get a ball into the box, which he does find, but Hohenholz done very well. Get onto that, latch onto it, and keep that one, and we play out as we like to do. Elkjær into Razul, back to Elkjær into Hohenholz, who looks to switch it over to Araujo. Now Rodrigo, Vencedor, out wide to Pedri. Look at this, lovely football, keeping the ball, passing it, and Antiste has been played through on goal. Can he finish this one? Not quite, as Sandal is able to match that, but that football was beautifully done. Little bit of play inside, and then Pedri was able to find that ball over the top for Antiste to go through. But Odegaard's corner goes in. Vencedor isn't able to get to that, and it is cleared as it stays 0-0. 20 minutes in, we're on top now. We've started to kind of get into our flow, I think. So I think we'll be okay with today. Hannibal's not had a great game so far, though, which is a bit of a shame. We'll have to keep an eye on that and maybe change things up if it's not working. But 10 minutes to go to half-time. I'll take 0-0 at half-time. That's fine. We've been on top. We come in, we reset, and we go again in the second half. That'd be fine. Hannibal might be coming off at halftime because he has just been very, very poor. I don't even know who we've got on the bench. We've got Rene, who could come on. Obviously, Weber is a little bit jaded, so I don't really want to play him. So what we'll do is we'll put Rene on for Hannibal, move him centrally, and Pedri can go out on that wide position, maybe whipping a few balls in for Antis to maybe get onto. And Rene's shadow striker role, he's pretty decent there. Scored a few goals for us in that position. So hopefully we can get one today. Now, we have got a free kick here. Only 10 minutes into the second half. Odegaard looking to take it. Can he get a goal? He does. What a lovely strike over the wall and in the back of the net. His 8th goal of the season. He's come into the side, slotted in brilliantly. He's the perfect sort of player for how we play. Keeping the ball just behind the striker to kind of do all his running for him. And he's able to just kind of pull the strings, dictate play, that sort of thing. And of course, score free kicks as well, which he's done there to make it 1-0. Villarreal are going to have to come out at us now rather than holding back. And that might just give us a bit more space in behind for those passes to Antis to get through. Same with Rene making those later runs into the box as we're looking to pass the ball around nicely. Rene looks all the way back to the goalkeeper. I mean, that's confidence, It's confidence that, yeah, we don't need to go forward this time. We can just wait. As Martin Odegaard receives that from Razul, who looks to play it back. But, I mean, that's a poor pass. And it will be Villarreal's turn to come forward. They've not had many chances this game, but ultimately you only need one to go in, and then that is it. But Jackson does very well tracking back and defending there, passing it back inside to Elkjær, into Araujo, who looks forward to Vencedor. Then it comes across to Pedri. He's into Rene, who's going to drive forward and find Odegaard, who's through to Antis. He's had to cut it back because he knew he wasn't going to get the pace, but he does find Pedri, who's going to maybe cut it back. He does. Antis there. And, I mean, it's a bit fluky, I'll be honest. I'm not even sure if that was going on target, but he's claimed the goal. It seems to have deflected off one of the defenders and triggered its way into the corner. But, I mean, I think the passing and the keeping of the ball, it deserved a goal, really, didn't it? Look at this. Lovely football. Pedri does well to cut it back. And Antis' shot, I mean, it's blocked into the corner. I'm not sure you can really give that to him, but he'll claim it. He'll take it. I don't mind him taking it, that's for sure. We're going into the final half an hour now. And we're looking very, very easy, very confident. Should be another trophy to add to the tally. I don't even know how many we've got now with Barcelona, but it's a mental amount, I'm sure. Because I think we've almost won everything every year, or both years so far. Anyway, as we've still got the league and Champions League to go, and the rest of this final, of course. As the ball's headed down, Rene's there. Xavi Rene is able to smash that one in for his 5th goal. Gianni Santis does well to nod that down for him. And it does make it 3-0. Super confident, super easy, super good stuff. Vencedor does very well getting out on this right-hand side. He gets a yard and fires that ball in. Antis nod down, finds Rene, who just volleys it into the net. No stopping that. With no one really around him to cause him any problems whatsoever. But Odegaard with another free kick. Is he going to shoot or cross this? He does shoot. I mean, it's not too far over, but isn't troubling the keeper in the end, as it does go over the bar onto the roof of the net. 20 minutes to go. Let's look at changing things up a bit. We'll see who we can bring on. Frankie de Jong, I think we can come on for Vencedor. I think there's nothing wrong with us looking at that. And then Brandon Williams, we could probably bring on for Rodrigo, I think, on that right-hand side. Rest him up, ready for some big Champions League games. The boys, I mean, 3 goals with our top striker out isn't bad at all. I wouldn't say it's an injury crisis, really. Because there's only one player out, but he's a top player for us. But I mean, if today shows anything, we can score without him. We don't need him in the side. It's the squad that have got us this stage, not just him. But it just would be helpful if he was around. But Williams plays it forward to Rene. He looks to drive forward, but he is cut out by Alacon. But Rene does well to work back. Although, oh my God, he's just been sent off, I think. I think Rene's just been sent off. He's come onto the pitch and now he's gone. I don't know quite what's happened there. But yeah, he's off. We're having to say see you later. We're going to go into a 4-4-2. I mean, that could cause us some problems. I don't really want to change too much. I think I'm happy with kind of the 4-4-2, just moving Odegaard back a bit to help defensively maybe. I mean, that's a good challenge by Elkjær as a shot comes in again the second time after the block. But that's not overly confident. But we've got 10 minutes to go. 3-0 up. We've got ourselves into a good position to not have to worry too much about kind of the sending off really affecting the game. But another sending off in the cup, which isn't ideal, but we've won the game, so that's all that matters. And we've won the trophy as well. Another cup, Spanish Cup this time, to add to the myriad of trophies we've won now, especially with Barcelona. Of course, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the season. We're getting closer and closer to having to find a new club. Hopefully, we'll be back with Barcelona next episode, no matter what. If we're in the Champions League or not, we will be back for the league otherwise. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.